Medical innovation continues to push the boundaries of what was once thought possible, and a new breakthrough at Northwestern University could change the landscape of cardiac care in the coming years. Engineers and cardiologists have developed what they claim is the world's smallest pacemaker, a device smaller than a grain of rice that could revolutionize temporary cardiac pacing, particularly for infants born with congenital heart defects. This advancement is not just about making pacemakers smaller. It represents a fundamental shift in how heart rhythm management is approached, potentially reducing complications, improving patient comfort, and offering a safer alternative to traditional temporary pacing methods. The tiny pacemaker, unveiled in a study published in Nature, is designed to be fully implantable and bioresorbable, meaning that once it has served its purpose, it dissolves naturally into the body without requiring removal. This eliminates a significant risk associated with conventional temporary pacemakers, which often involve wires that must be surgically removed, sometimes leading to complications such as bleeding, infection, or damage to heart tissue. The ability of this device to simply disappear when it is no longer needed is a remarkable step forward in medical technology. The device works by pairing with a small, patch-like unit worn on the patient's chest. This external unit detects irregular heartbeats and emits pulses of light that activate the pacemaker, which in turn delivers electrical stimulation to the heart. This wireless activation removes the need for external wires or bulky hardware, reducing the likelihood of infections and improving patient mobility and comfort. Traditionally, temporary pacemakers involve electrodes sewn directly onto the heart and connected to an external control unit, a method that, while effective, carries inherent risks. The Northwestern team's approach could remove these risks entirely by offering a seamless, fully internalized system. One of the primary motivations for developing this device was to address the needs of newborns with congenital heart defects, a group for whom traditional pacemakers can be particularly challenging. Approximately 40,000 babies are born each year in the U.S. with heart defects, and many of them require surgical intervention within their first year of life. After such surgeries, these infants often need temporary pacing support to stabilize their heart rhythms while they recover. However, placing conventional pacemakers in newborns is difficult due to their size, and removing the pacemaker components after use can introduce additional complications. The new Northwestern device, which can be implanted with a simple catheter or syringe and then dissolves once its job is done, presents an elegant solution to this problem. Beyond neonatal applications, this technology holds promise for adults who require temporary pacing after procedures such as aortic valve replacements or bypass surgeries. In these cases, temporary pacemakers help maintain stable heart rhythms while the heart recovers from surgery, but the current methods of implantation and removal carry risks that this new device could eliminate. The potential to apply this technology across a broad spectrum of patients highlights its versatility and impact. The research team, led by Northwestern's experimental cardiologist Igor Efimov and bioelectronics expert John Rogers, has successfully tested the device in various animal models, including mice, rats, and dogs, as well as in heart tissues from deceased human and pig donors. These promising results pave the way for further testing, with the ultimate goal of securing FDA approval for human clinical trials. To accelerate the path to commercialization, Efimov and Rogers have co-founded a startup, New Sarah Biosystems, which will focus on refining and manufacturing the device for clinical use. The response from the medical community has been enthusiastic. Dr. Gaurav Upadhyay, an electrophysiologist and associate professor of medicine at the University of Chicago, described the study as exciting and emphasized the transformative potential of a pacemaker that is impressively smaller than anything else we have available. If the technology proves successful in human trials, it could redefine short-term cardiac care, offering a minimally invasive, highly effective, and risk-free alternative to existing temporary pacemakers. The broader implications of this development extend beyond pacemakers. The concept of bioresorbable medical implants opens the door to a future where temporary medical devices do not require secondary removal procedures, reducing hospital stays, lowering healthcare costs, and improving patient outcomes. Similar technologies could be adapted for other medical applications, such as post-surgical pain management, targeted drug delivery, or neural stimulation for rehabilitation. The Northwestern team's success in developing this tiny pacemaker underscores the potential of bioelectronics to fundamentally change the way medical interventions are designed and implemented. While human trials and regulatory approvals will take time, the trajectory of this technology is clear. It represents a future in which medical devices work in harmony with the body, performing essential functions and then disappearing when no longer needed. In a world where heart disease remains a leading cause of mortality, any innovation that improves patient care, reduces risks, and enhances treatment outcomes is a step forward. If the Northwestern team's pacemaker lives up to its promise, it could mark the beginning of a new era in cardiac care, one in which life-saving technology is not only highly effective, but also seamlessly integrated into the body with minimal disruption.